Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 2 of our Kent State Dynasty. And we are 2-0. And I just wanted to kind of, before we get into the game against my local college, actually Georgia Southern. I've been out, watched them plenty of times in the past. So that's kind of why I put them on the schedule. I just think it's really cool. I used to watch them all the time. I actually go out to their games. They definitely were really bad back when I watched them, but here they are in the Sun Belt, I believe, now. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, they actually have a better record than us, right? So that's interesting. Now, guys, I want you to know, we are, working on, as we go along, gameplay sliders, XP sliders, and quarter length. I want realism here as far as stats go. So 2 games in, I didn't show you guys week 2 any at all because we were going against an FSC team or whatever they're called, and we kind of just dogged them. But we're getting kind of realistic stats. You gotta understand, you see 64 here. We have only 46, but we did have an injury. Udolowski took an injury. It wasn't serious, but he did miss some snaps. So I want to say we're doing pretty good with that regards. Rushing, we're kind of not running the ball as much as other teams, so I have definitely increased the quarter length going into this game. All right, so we're going from, I believe it was 8-minute quarters to 9 minutes. I would rather just slowly increase everything rather than do it too much. I just want to have a fair race. I don't want our games to be longer to where we're always winning awards, but I don't want us to never win awards because our quarter lengths are too short. So far, I'm liking, what we're doing. As a team, I think the running game is fantastic. We're just not running the ball a lot, right? 9, almost 10 yards of carry. That's literally a first down every time you hand the ball off, right? So we're gonna get the sliders there again, though. Know that these stats are pretty high, like the 10 yards of carry. Well, you got to look at our schedule, right? You want to take that in consideration. Because this is my first ever season ever, and we have a pretty bad team. I've made it an easier schedule at the beginning. So we played UTEP. That was a pretty close game. We then beat an FCS team. That's what they're called. So that was pretty easy, right? They don't even have a logo there, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, we kind of just destroyed them, right? Garcia only got 5 carries, and then we kind of took him out, and he averaged 9 yards a carry. So yeah, we're throwing the ball a lot. Luke Floria, our senior's doing fantastic. But yeah, so the rest of the year is looking like this. We got Georgia Southern. We have, before we start our conference season in the MAC, we have one big test game, which I know we're probably gonna. No, there's no probably. We're gonna lose it, right? There's no way. But we're going up against Penn State. So then we start our actual conference season: Eastern Michigan, Ball State, and whatnot. So we'll have one big game on the year. So I'm excited for that. We are gonna be playing Georgia Southern out there in Statesboro, Georgia, and it's a night game, so that's going to be pretty cool, actually. And in week 2, I didn't look at around the league, so I wanted to do this as well with you guys before we hop into the gameplay for today. I wanted to check it by top 25. So were there any upsets in week number 2? Clemson took care of business. Okay, Penn State bounces back. Wow, Buffalo beats a ranked team 31-21. That's interesting. Auburn takes care of business. Miami, Kansas State. Oh my goodness, Alabama avoids heartbreak there and beating USF. Of course, Georgia Wow, that's a lot closer than it should be. 38-24. That's kind of interesting. Michigan State bounces back. Okay, so nothing too crazy here from what I'm noticing. Ohio State. Oh, Tennessee. I don't know if I wouldn't call that an upset, though. All right, so you see it. Yeah, all right, so no upsets. It's a good week for the good teams. All right, so this week also you have, these are the matchups. Pretty interesting here. Last but not least, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the recruiting as well. Just to keep it, simple here. I wanted to show you guys, I guess we'll show you the top by their national rank. So the 3 guys we're trying to get, right, that are going to be big impacts for the team, hopefully, is Timmy Davis, Carlos Rinbolt, and KJ Bradbury. They don't look the best, right, in their scouting, like as far as their top whatever 8. We know that Timmy Davis has clear-headed, right, so that's good. We don't know anything about Rinbolt yet. He's just a 3-star, and same with Bradbury. We don't really know necessarily, right, because I'm just trying to get them on lockdown, so we're not just sitting with a full class of 1-stars. But then we have, so real quick, let me switch it so you guys can see how we're doing in the races. So we're winning in these 3. Then the 2-star Duval, we're winning by a landslide. Like, he's definitely, hopefully he's coming. We got Caleb Cronk, the 2-star quarterback that we're actually struggling against UConn, the UConn Huskies. And they have their visit first, and he could commit there, so that would be unfortunate. We're dumping the most into our 2-star for our time, which is really annoying. But there's nothing you can really do about that, right? We do have some 1-stars that we might lose out on, which is, it's fine. You know, I'm not being too aggressive. We haven't even done anything with this kicker yet, but he may just come over here. So yeah, again, this is another reason why I'm not covering it too much, because there's nobody that really is going to be like a game changer this year, right? We did get 1 commit. This is actually my first ever commit, Mario Wills. I don't think he's that good, but he committed as soon as we, like, literally scouted him or whatever. So, so you guys can see. Let's look at their stuff. There is 1 guy in here that I hope we get, which is Caleb Gronk's. His throw power he's got such a weak arm, but I mean, he's got 2 mentals, which you can't earn if you remember, right? In the college breakdown, you can't earn the mentals. Either you have them or you don't, and he has winning time and clear-headed. I don't know what those do, but they look interesting, and so I really want him, for sure, even though he's got that weak arm. Hopefully he could get better as he, grows or whatever. But I'm not sure if we're gonna get this guy, to be honest. We also have this guy who has a mental fan favorite. A lot of these guys we don't really know too much about. This guy has team player. For the mentals, we got the natural here, Bickley. But yeah, there's nobody that really stands out that's going to be like, oh, a huge game changer. Maybe once they get on the team, we can find that. We did get this guy. He has a mental winning time, and I'm no longer allowed to scout him, even though he's verbally committed. So I had scouted him once, offered him a contract because I liked the just the strength and where, the mental. And he actually verbally committed, and then it kind of locked me out of the scouting. So we're stuck at 40%. But he has winning time, so that's pretty cool. Winning time seems to be one of the more popular ones. I've seen that on a lot. And then we know that this guy, Timmy Davis, has clear-headed, but that's all he has. So it's gonna be a boring draft class, or recruiting class, should I say? At least from what it's looking like. But we also have the portal, so maybe we can do something there. But that's gonna do it for this before game talk here. So we're gonna get into this game. I wanted to see. I wish there was a way to see their team, like information, like to get to know them a little better, like what scheme they run and whatnot. So Justin Rhodes for them is out with a partial MCL tear. Yikes, 6 weeks. Not too sure how good he is at DT. He's pretty good player on their team. Dude, the graphics in this game look amazing. Yeah, he's got a lot of physicals. Those are like the lower end, but that's unfortunate for him. He was a 1-star high school star rating. Oh wow, that's cool. It even keeps their star. So he was a 1-star. Okay, that's really cool. So you can then, I guess you could look at that and say, oh, was this player a bust or not compared to their 1-star rating. He's a normal development. Yeah. Anyway, wow, this is really cool. Yeah, he had no mentals. There's his physicals, and it was a leg injury. Wow, that's really cool. It shows his Oh, wow, you can even look. Wow, you can even look at individual stats off the. Okay, this is really cool. It's like really quick, nice, fluent. From the injury page, you can see their stats and whatnot. I'm liking this game so far, guys. Still learning obviously a lot, but it'd be cool to see. Oh, you know what? What if I go to coach stats? There's Kyle Chicken, 2-0, boy, 2-0. Okay. Job is safe. Everyone, I love that everyone starts at a clean slate, to be honest. I actually really like that. So, and then we go over to the Sun Belt because that's where they're at. Georgia Southern. We're going up against Orson Godfrey. He's safe for now. He's 0-2 though. And it doesn't tell. Oh, it does tell us. It does tell us. Okay, so he runs a 4-2-5 and an air. Whoa, Georgia Southern runs an air raid offensive scheme. That's definitely not what they ran when I watched them back in the day. So that's interesting. What is our job security at? 100%. Yikes. Guys, by the way, I do have coach firing on. So if we don't do good, we could get fired. So keep that in mind. And yeah, that'll be interesting. Definitely keep in mind. So 3-0. Okay, anyways. I think without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this game. There's nothing else I want to cover. Big matchups. You got Washington State versus Washington. And yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the highlights of this game. I'll see you guys there. Also, guys, as we load into this game, this is a very big game for Georgia Southern. It's a big game for us as well. We are on the road. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for the support on episode 1 again, and the comments. Leave a comment, man. Either I'll, address it in, the following episode or, a future episode. And I may even take your advice, if it's about the team. So Ryan Rowe, he left a lot of advice, man. He's very passionate about Kent State, and I love the way, he kind of, he left a suggestion, an idea. He wasn't, saying, hey, do this, do that. He was just saying, hey, this may work. You got this guy, he's a speedster, and maybe I overlooked something, right? I love that, guys. If you got a certain, thing that you may see that, hey, this guy might work in this position, or let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And I also like to, respond to some of you guys. If you tell me you're doing a rebuild, I may ask in the comment section, hey, how's your rebuild going? And stuff like that. I just love being, involved with the comment section and seeing what you guys are up to as he throws it deep. That's a dangerous pass. I don't know if I want Leskowski scrambling to the right and then throwing it across body. We might have to talk to the kid to not do that. And then, this one's unfortunate. This is an interception going on his stat sheet. But let's be honest, it doesn't count, right? That sucks. That stings. Georgia Southern comes out swinging out of the gates here. And, yeah, let me know, guys. How are you enjoying this game? So far, I'm in love with it. I know it's the honeymoon stage, but, man, it's awesome. And that was a very good pick. So, later, Williams II is the Georgia Southern's quarterback. Honestly, we didn't look at their roster on paper, or at least I didn't show it here. I did look at it. We can beat these guys. I do think that we, have the better team. I do. Broken tackle there, but slow him down, and that's good here. So, 2nd and goal. Georgia Southern getting an early red zone chance here. We have, like I said, increased the quarter length by 1 minute to see stats and see how they produce. As no one picks up the read option, Williams keeps it, and he's gonna go right in untouched. And never like to see that. That's unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna be trying to get these stats as pretty close as we can to what is happening around the the league as well. Also, if you guys want a prospect in this universe, leave him down in the comment section below. I'll definitely add you guys in as we go throughout this dynasty. So now we got Thomas in. Ty Thomas is a guy I really like, working in the game plan. Kind of maybe even splitting 50-50 with him and Garcia. Just keep Garcia fresh. We have that new wear and tear system. And this time it's going to be a handoff. Garcia and I going nowhere. Georgia Southern all over that. Georgia Southern's got a good defense, so we have to keep an eye on that. 3rd and 8. We do have a phenomenal kicker in Andrew Glass. So I hope we don't have to see him much this year. I hope we can actually finish off these drives when we do get into the red zone. 3rd and 8. Olowski stepping out to the right side. He finds a manhole and it's broken up. That was not the best option there. Later in the game, it's 7-3. 5 minutes to go in the second. Williams the second gonna find his man. He gets cracked. That's their, I believe, their tight end, Chase Folzer. And it will set them up to a field goal. Now, I was a little aggressive with my timeouts here. Head coach, right? Kyle Chicken calls the timeout to ice him. It'd be awesome if they could leave 3 points on the dinner table, but they're not going to. They're going to devour them up, and that was a wasted timeout. So we probably won't do that again. I just wanted to see if it would affect him here. Olowski's going to find his tight end and Junker there. Hayden Junker has been pretty good. 3 catches already today, 40 yards, so he's off to a very good start. 2nd and inches is Kent State trying to answer back. This is a team we should be able to beat. Come on, we need to do this. And it's Olowski finding Thomas. Thomas is our power back, and he'll fight his way 1st down. Tommy Olowski, 9 out of 12, 111 yards. A good day so far, but still looking for that first touchdown pass. It's going to be a handoff to Garcia. Garcia's got the speed a little bit anyways. We have 4 players in the 90+ overall speed range, so we are a slower team. I am just noticing that now. I'm starting to get to learn Kent State a little more, especially thanks to you guys in the comment section. I do appreciate that. I am actually really taking those things into consideration. So like the free safety, I forget his name, but I think it was Ryan Rowe was talking about maybe playing him at corner when we're going up against bigger schools because he's got a little bit of speed. And I was looking into that, and sure enough, it's true, right? So that's what I love about that. So we will be possibly looking at that if we can, and that's unfortunate. Georgia Southern stops Kent State again to a field goal. So 10-6. Georgia Southern's red zone defense has been amazing. Out to his tight end. His tight end gets cracked. He fumbles it. Number 7. He got cracked. That's Folsler. Or Fossler, I think is how you pronounce that. Gets crushed and fumbles the ball. Kent State gets a defensive turnover. That's huge for them at this point in the game so far. Dallas Branch with the hit. The senior here. Corner. He catches it. Actually, is that? Yeah, that's Fossler, yeah. Dallas Branch, though, with a nice hit. So we're going to spread it out wide here. 3rd and 6. Olowski, can he get there? No, underthrown. Just not a good throw, like, to be honest. Just not good. I knew that was on me, but I like to role play on this channel, so that was Olowski. Even though it was a horrible throw by me with the time, but because I hit it in the red. I'm still trying to get used to that. I'm going to pretend like it's the quarterback, so just let you guys know that as well. Olowski's got to get it together, right? That's his 2nd pick. Now, we are dominating in the time of possession. I mean, we've had this Georgia Southern's defense on the field a lot, but we got to be able to finish it. So let's get in that 2nd half. So later in the 2nd half, well, really it's at the beginning of the 2nd half, Georgia Southern does start off with the ball. So their defense will get a nice long rest. And, oh, maybe it won't be that long as they go inside to the 25. Mark them down at the 27, and they're going to hurry it up. they like what they see. That, you know, Georgia Southern does run that hurry up offense. I wish I could learn a little more about the opposing team before I go into a game, but we'll learn them as we go, I guess, right? I could always check on their head coach's scheme. I keep forgetting to do that, though. But it doesn't really tell you their tendencies, right? Like, it only tells you that they're an air raid team. It doesn't really tell you their tendency on if they hurry up offense or not. So that's a little annoying. And now it's Williams keeping it. He cooked us on this early in the first quarter. We're not going to let that happen again. They're going to keep the hurry up, though, here on 3rd and 3. And I would 100% expect a run here. The question is, can we stop it? It's a run just like I thought. And, you know, I knew it was a run. If we get better talent on this team, that's getting stuffed in the future. But for right now, it just couldn't happen. That's another handoff. This time just same run, just different direction. And it's going to pick up 3. 10-6 here. It'd be good if Kent State could get a red zone defensive stop, right? Bend but don't break type of defense here. This is the type of defense that wins championships. Can we do it? Out to number 7. Number 7 fighting, and then he gets cracked. He fumbled it. That's his second fumble. That's that player's second fumble. Pull him out, coach. What are you doing? Olaski showing that he's got the wheels. Oh, he's going to cut it inside, and I don't know. All right, just get out of bounds, Olaski, you know. Just get out of bounds. 1st and 10 is a handoff. Garcia cuts it to the outside. He's got space. He makes a man miss. Makes another miss. He's going. Touchdown. Kent State. They take the lead. Wow. It's Garcia. What a flashy run. That's the best run he's seen all year from him. A stiff arm. The other guy just fumbles a tackle attempt there, and Kent State takes it in. 13-10, 3rd and 8. The crowd trying to get loud here. We're going to spread them out 5 wide, and it's another horrible decision by Olowski, and that is a pick 6. What is happening? Oh my goodness, the worst quarterback performance we've seen all year. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. And, you know, why are we passing it like that in this situation? I don't know. We're only up by 3, so I don't want to get too conservative there. In this, I mean, you got 8 minutes to go in the 4th. I feel like you still got to be able to pass it, but not with stupid decisions like that. So 17-13, later in the game, we would work ourselves down the field, get into another red zone situation. We hand it off to Garcia, 2nd and goal. We need to finish this with a touchdown, though. Can we do it? 2nd and goal. Pistol formation, hand it to the big boy Garcia once again, and he got stuffed, but it's 3rd and inches. So Ryan Garcia has had the ball the most he's had all year in one game, 17 attempts. So we're going to pull him out, put Thomas in. He's our power back anyways, and Thomas is going to get the job done, untouched, pretty easy. And there you go, Kent State. But okay, we got to play some defense here. This game is not over, folks. 17-20. And there's Toth, by the way, which is what Ryan Rowe suggested to get him started, and he is starting. And we would be able to lock them up, guys. And we are going home with a very, very tough win. Big mistakes. And, you know, we're playing Penn State next week. So if we play like this against Penn State, you can go ahead and just assume that score's about to be like 56-0, because this was not good. Kai Thomas does get the player of the game. 9 rushes, 70 yards. I feel like you could have also given it to Garcia. Scored this amazing touchdown right here. That was just amazing. But overall, it was a good performance. We beat them better than this. I think because of our turnovers, it was closer than it really was. So we'll see going forward. Now, I have adjusted, by the way, the prospects that we're going after, and I decided, because you guys swayed me in the comments, to go a little more aggressive. So it may be too late in the season, but I just wanted to say that we are going after a handful of 3 stars now. So we'll see in the next video how that's looking, but I just want to let you know, I believe there's a total of like 6 or 7 or 8 3 stars that we've decided to go after. You know, we have a good team. You know, we're winning these games. I know we haven't won against a good team yet, but we're 3-0, and then we're heading into our conference. You know, after Penn State's probably after our Penn State whoops us. You know, but I'm optimistic, right? You know, if we can at least make it close, that would be cool. But either way, we're feeling good, and so I want to be just a little more aggressive and see what happens, right? So here's the stats, though. You know, I think it was a fantastic game. Batten is really breaking out. Junker had those 3 receptions, and he kind of just went quiet after halftime. But man, Branch, you know, he had that forced fumble. So it was a really good game all around, I personally think, man. And so yeah. Also, before we end the episode, we want to do one last thing, and I want to make sure I remember to do this every time, so you guys can feel immersed in the league as a whole, as in the country, right? Let's take a look. Were there any upsets? And were there any, like, close games? So LSU beats South Carolina. Okay. Ole Miss. Oh, Texas avoids an upset, but they do win, so not an upset. Wisconsin falls to Alabama. Miami beats Ball State, very close, though. Ooh, Arizona. So far, not looking like any upsets, but some close games. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.